Hey everyone, I'm Tracy Martirana from Holistic Wellness with Tracy, and today I'm celebrating apple season with a delicious French style apple cake. This cake is not overly sweet and quite mild in flavor. I think it's delicious. I'm starting with the dry ingredients, which is just 1 cup of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a quarter teaspoon of salt. I'm giving that a quick stir before I set it aside and move on to my other ingredients. In my stand mixer, I'm going to cream together 1 stick of butter and 2/3 cup of white sugar. I'm letting this blend together for a few minutes until it's light and creamy, stopping it a couple of times to scrape down the sides of the bowl. While the butter and sugar are creaming, I'm going to peel and dice my apples. Now, the original recipe calls for 2 apples, but when I was reading some of the comments, I saw one that said that they liked the cake better with 3 apples. So I used 3, and I must say, I sort of wish I didn't. The third apple, I think, added a little too much bulk and a little too much moisture, so my cake wasn't as fluffy as it could have been, and the ratio of cake to apple was a little off. Mind you, it was still delicious, but next time I will stick with 2 apples. I'm just peeling them and dicing them into small chunks and then setting them aside while I finish the batter. To the butter and sugar, I'm going to add 2 eggs, one at a time, and then 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 2 tablespoons of rum. If you don't have rum, you can also use bourbon or brandy, and if you don't want the alcohol, you could also use apple cider. Anything really works here. It just adds a little depth of flavor. I let that all mix together, and then I add the flour mixture. Once everything is incorporated, I'm folding in the apples. The batter goes into a well-greased springform pan. I'm topping it with a good tablespoon of sugar, and then into the oven it goes at 350 degrees for about 40 minutes, or until the top is golden and a toothpick poked into the middle comes out clean. Once it's done, I'm allowing it to cool on a wire rack, and then moving it to a serving platter and topping it with a hearty sprinkle of confectioner's sugar. This cake is delicious on its own for dessert, for breakfast, or even just a snack, or you can take it up a notch with some freshly whipped cream and berries. It's so yummy. As a matter of fact, next time I make it, I might substitute, instead of using apples, I might use pears, or you could use berries or cherries. There are so many options with this recipe, which is one of the reasons I love it. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day.